a YouTuber turned fighter versus a UFC superstar.
Can you imagine 5 years ago, someone said Jake Paul is gonna fight Nate Diaz and it might just be the biggest fight of the year? You'd think they're crazy.
Jake Paul's quite a polarizing character.
I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now.
He tries to get a rise out of people.
You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a YouTuber.
How could you not respect the Diaz brothers and their resume in the fight game?
The YouTube title is shifting away. They're starting to respect them as a boxer.
I've knocked out every single person that I've fought.
I think Nate Diaz will be the biggest challenge of Jake Paul's career.
Nate Diaz is trouble waiting to happen.
Is this man leaving? And Nate Diaz leaving this arena.
This guy's been fighting since he was born.
I've been training since I was a kid.
He's probably fighting somebody right now.
This is the most important moment of my life. Find out what I'm truly made of.
I'm here to handle my business and get done what I gotta get done.
You're talking about two huge names going to battle.
The thrill of the fight, the buzz, the drama.
It's do or die.
The blood, the sweat, the tears. The dreams being shattered. A legacy being created.
Here comes trouble.
Ready for war.
Another massive event, baby. I love this. Feeling great. Let's go to work.
Jake understands that, good or bad, if you have an opinion on Jake Paul, you care about Jake Paul.
My daughter was raised in the world of boxing, but yeah, for her it was whatever. But the minute that I mentioned Jake Paul, she was all over it. She just wanted to be there. She wanted to meet him because of course, in her mind, he comes from a completely different environment.
Many in the boxing community simply will never accept it. They simply won't accept someone penetrating this combat sports wall without going through the motions they had to go through.
Like, you look at the fighters that Jake's fought so far. I mean, Tyron Woodley was a great fighter. He was a great fighter. But then he fought Anderson Silva.
I think Nate Diaz will be the biggest challenge of Jake Paul's career. And there are a lot of people out there, most of them in the MMA community, that believe that Nate Diaz is gonna be the guy that knocks off, stops, whatever, Jake Paul.
He's been talking about boxing for a very long time. He's sparred the likes of Andre Ward and has great respect from the boxing community.
Oh. That's right. It's quiet, man.
Yeah, because there's not normal people out there. No, it's different when there's normal people out there. It's all sketch and you're like standing there looking at each other.
He's always been a boxer. We know how tough and durable he is. And if nothing else, he's going to get in there and have a fight. And that's kind of what we questioned about the other fighters that Jake's fought. But that's not the question for Nate Diaz.
Tip for you. Tired, bro. Hardly slept last night.
When it comes to the Nate and Jake fight, it's undoubtedly one of the most marketable combat sports matchups that you can make. It's going to draw in all of Nate Diaz's fans, and they are legion, and all the MMA fans who want to see one of their guys knock out and stop Jake Paul. At the same time, it's going to bring all the Jake Paul fans, all the 20+ million YouTubers, all the 15, 16 million Instagram followers, all the 17 million TikTok followers. They are going to want to tune in as well.
I never was like, social media is the new wave. I was the wave. Driving a bit, right?
Yeah. I think that'd be a good short form clip. And then maybe like we do like another intro like in the house.
It's up to you. I'm down for whatever. Like, I don't really care. I've been in this game since I was 16 years old. People watching me.
Yo, get the off the property, bro. Don't get off my property.
Every single move and living my life under a microscope. I was before everyone else doing it.
We're only the best vloggers rise to the top. We're only the Jake Paulers can take out every YouTube channel on the platform because we are the most lit YouTube channel. Good morning, Jake Paulers, for real.
Because it's what I love doing.
Logan just hit me with the, I bet you $5,000 you won't jump in.
At first it was a joke in real life, but now the camera's up and we're vlogging.
$5,000.
I was there when we created the word influencer. I was in the room.
Find what you do well and
kill
go.
it.
That's
Kill
like
it.
focus on your thing and rock it, dude.
And dab on them haters.
And dab on them haters and then buy yourself a Lambo.
I've always known it was a powerful tool. You know, I was on camera, 17 years old, saying that influencers are gonna take over the world in every single industry.
Are you ready for the start? First start ever. 3, 2, 1. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Somehow Jake Paul has this magical quality to be able to make things come together just by manifesting them. He's like, you know, one day I'm gonna be the #1 YouTuber and social media guy in the world. And one day, you know, maybe I'll get in the ring and become a great boxer. And his brother's like, maybe one day I'll fight Floyd Mayweather. These things that could never happen in reality are happening in reality.
Don't let anyone tell you can't chase your dreams, guys, seriously.
Bro, I've seen it all, okay? Seen it all, bro. In celebrity years, I'm 100. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
Dog years, celebrity years. I'm 100. I definitely grew up in the public spotlight. And people were always trying to like pin me into these boxes of who I was or how I acted.
Let's go. Right to work.
Not realizing that I'm growing up and changing just like everyone else. I'm always evolving and trying to become the best version of myself. Really, boxing has allowed me the space and the discipline and routine to figure out who I truly am.
Like giving him a round off, like you going around and letting him come, but he wants you to go at him.
We started with my kids saying that they want to go by Jake's house in Hollywood. And we was like, well, we're not gonna go by Jake's house. And they're like, no, there's kids and people outside waiting to see him all the time, so you can go by there. And he loves boxing. We went by there and he looked at me, oh yeah, bring him in. So I walked in and met Jake. That was pretty much the beginning of us connecting with each other.
Shane Mosley is a Hall of Fame fighter. He has an incredible legacy, and his name being attached to Jake Paul, it does give him a little bit of validity, and it will at least let us know that Jake Paul is gonna take this seriously because Shane Mosley doesn't play.
Former super welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley.
And he cut Mayorga good. The old veteran champ. He's got Mayorga. Mayorga goes down to the 12th.
Shane Mosley does not play. I know he wouldn't be involved if this wasn't real.
But in terms of knowledge and what he knows about the sport, Shane is phenomenal. I think it won't hurt a training camp, having a guy of that caliber in your training camp.
Report, Nate. Every round, I'm coming hot. Easy money.
He's telling me being in the ring with a world champion you get better by osmosis, and all the little tips, tricks, and intricacies of the sport I'm able to pick up on because of him.
Yeah. The first thing is the willingness to be a fighter, to be a real fighter. The willingness to do that. You know, it takes a lot of guts and courage.
There was a lot of self-reflection after the last fight. It's almost like a relief to have the loss out of the way, because like I've already dealt with what my worst fear was.
This is a fight that's been 2 years in the making. It's also a fight that's captured the imagination and generated huge interest. Two men who split opinion, a fight that splits opinion. It has to be the most eagerly anticipated 8-rounder that any of us have been involved in.
That Tommy Fury fight alone really qualified him as a professional boxer to me. You can't discount that performance. And the fact that he lost and he's picked himself up and he's going again. I have a lot of respect for the guy.
That was a cracking punch there from Fury. Down went Tommy Fury.
The winner by split decision, Tommy
All respect to Tommy, he won, you know, and don't judge me by my wins, judge me by my losses. I'll come back.
To have the loss, I almost feel free now. There's just no nerves, and I think with my new team, different preparation, everything's at a much higher level.
Right now, he's very sharp. This jab is getting a lot better, what you need. Right hands, left hooks. Where you're supposed to move. When people move a certain way, you move this way.
Hands in the air, hands in the air.
He's understanding the ring generalship of the boxing.
Yeah, you feel good, baby. Work. You feel good.
Which is a lot better now. His IQ is better.
There you go, Jake. There you go. There you go, Jake. There you go. Now, that's what I was telling you about. That's what I was telling you about. Integrity is everything. That's what I was telling you about. Good work, baby. That's the problem child. That's the guy I'm looking for.
Going back to MMA fights or fighting former MMA fighters is just him going back on the path that he originally started on, which is to fight the guys that make the biggest events. Fight the guys that offer the best economic opportunity for him.
If you've never heard of Nathan Diaz before, if you've never met him, if you've never seen him fight, you are truly missing out on one of the great characters in sports right now.
He had some huge fights in the UFC, but it was always his personality.